All right. And welcome to another. Oh, hold up. Our mics are backwards. Actually, I don't think it matters. Yeah, it won't matter.
The viewers are gonna be confused though. They're gonna think I'm you and you're me.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But they're just gonna have to fucking deal with it.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Another week, another iteration of your favorite podcast,
The Breezy Boys podcast.
the Breezy Boys podcast.
This week indoors because it's crappy out.
Yeah, it's currently raining a little bit. Dude, it was like so nice like an hour and a half ago. It's like really sunny.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It was awesome, but whatever.
And now
Well,
it's just
Little
not.
rain's not that bad.
Yeah.
Don't mind too much.
But
yeah,
we're here.
What have we got on the itinerary this week?
We do have a quick look at the Halo Infinite roadmap.
Yeah.
They released on
Season
the
2.
22nd.
It's coming out May 2nd.
Yeah. So they released it this past week, and we figured we should take a look at it. And here
also,
it is.
Mother's Day is coming up. So if we get bored, we can like talk about Mother's Day. Anyway.
That's fair.
The Halo Infinite roadmap. So May 2nd, which when do our podcasts air again? Might be like happening May 2nd to Tuesday, I believe.
Yeah, so it'll be the day after This one comes out, I believe.
Yep. The much anticipated season 2 of Halo Infinite multiplayer is releasing. And okay, wait, like when the first season came out, wasn't it like called season 0 for a while, or was that like the beta?
That was the beta, but
Remember when like
they released it early.
Yeah.
They released it early, and it was season 0, but you kept all your progress.
Mm-hmm. So and then it just like eventually transitioned into season 1.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then like on the release date,
yeah,
it became season 1.
yeah. I remember when like the multiplayer came out, and there were like all this hype and whatever, like, oh, like it's surprise released and the multiplayer is out and this is awesome and whatever. And then there was like incomplete stuff and a little bit of like frustration with a few other things, and then they're like, oh, it's okay, like it's still just beta.
Yeah.
Right. Like they were like backtracking, right? Like is it the beta or is the game out? Like what's going on here, right? So anyway, so I was like, okay, well, like if that's the beta, like the next season to come out, which like we had no idea at the time when it was, but I was like, is that going to be season 1? But it's season 1 happened and now this is season 2. So anyway, I was a little confused about that, but yeah, so we're looking at this roadmap. What's to come?
So they have 2 new maps coming out.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah. When did the game came out? In like November?
Yep.
And in the meantime, they've come out with 2 new maps.
Yeah, they released in November on their early release, but it wasn't supposed to come out till like December.
Right, yeah. Yeah, like the campaign didn't come out until
season 1 didn't start till.
Right. Yeah. So yeah,
it's been over 6 months.
And they've come up with
2 maps.
2 new maps, for
one for normal and one for big team battle.
Yeah. So I'm glad we're getting another big team battle map, and well, just new maps in general is exciting. But especially because like it's really been lacking in the amount of maps. There aren't really that many in Halo Infinite,
and that's the main issue.
Like 3 big team battle maps.
Yeah,
possibly 4 now. So there's like that one like arena map or whatever, or quick play or whatever they call it now, that they keep like change. It was like a really big map, you know, like the desert one with kind of that like central structure, and it's just like a little bit too big for like arena play, but it's like a little bit too small for big team battle. I don't know why they made this map, but
there is word of like a survival mode coming. The I think they have it. Last Spartan Standing. It's like a survival mode for.
Hold on, isn't? Oh, I thought Last Spartan Standing was already a game mode, but maybe I'm making that up.
That's to come out in season 2.
Yeah. But on May 2nd though. Yeah. Right. According to that. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So just like
and it's I can't remember the specifics of it. We might have to look it up here. But it's like a survival sort of
battle royale esque type,
but it's like limited to like 24 like people or something. Yeah.
That'll be interesting. Yeah, that sounds cool. Again, I'd kind of just rather have co-op campaign, but you know, I'll check it out. sounds interesting. Um, but yeah, like the game really hasn't had that many maps, so whatever. It's good we're getting new ones. So Last Spartan Standing, King of the Hill, and Land Grab
Yeah.
is what's Land Grab? Is that like a big team battle?
Yeah, it's similar to Stockpile, except you can't, or it's similar to the Strongholds, like in Big Team Battle.
Yeah, what do they call that again? Anyway.
I think it's called
No, it's
Stronghold.
not
No.
Strongholds. Strongholds is the like arena
Oh,
version,
okay.
right? In Big Team Battle, it's or like in the Halo Infinite Big Team Battle. Oh, it's like oh, I can't remember what it's called now. It has a different name because it has that thing where like you have to control all three
Mm-hmm.
to like
Yeah.
score, right? And then they like reset. So like it's a little bit different than
Yeah.
Strongholds, but
Yeah, but it's similar to that game mode,
yeah.
but all the points are open, I believe, and once you capture a point, you can't lose it.
Mm. Okay, cool.
So yeah,
Yeah. Just another uh stronghold type
objective
yeah
map,
objective. So
objective game type.
all right, yeah, cool.
Yeah.
The next image we see, there's like some events, right?
Narrative
It
events.
has a couple event names, Alpha Pack and whatever the one above it says, but um and it has like dates beside them, right? So it might be like limited time event type thing, or yeah, narrative events.
Yeah.
Right. So what that means, we are unsure, but I don't know.
Yeah, it's a
What
mystery at
could
this
that
point.
be? I don't know.
We could look into it more. Are we? Probably not.
We don't whatever. We fact checked that one time and researched that one time, and that was too much.
Exactly.
But yeah, it could be like, it seems like there's some sort of story to like the infinite multiplayer.
Yeah.
Like when you do the tutorial, there's like that Spartan, like what's her name? I want to say like Agatha or something like that.
Yeah. It's not that, but
she's got like it's something with an A. Got like the bumblebee on her. Anyway, and then she kind of just like disappears. And then they've shown some like cutscene images in the season 2 trailer. So there's kind of like a narrative component to the multiplayer. And maybe
this expands,
just has to do with that. Yeah, I'm curious to see what those are.
Because I think, are they specific dates? I can't see from here.
I believe their specific date, like the one is like a range, like going from, but I don't know if that means like we're gonna try and release that by this date or whatever, or is it like an event that's running on that, like I think, in that time frame? I
think for the narrative events, it's running for that time.
Yeah, that's kind of what
it could be similar
like
to
timed event is kind of what the impression that I got. So
COD has been, and like Fortnite, they run like timed events.
Yeah.
Usually they're like much shorter, like only on one day.
Or like a weekend
or like a weekend. So it could be something similar to that. You jump into a certain game type.
We also see another like Fracture event. So I'm curious to see how these events differ from that. Like, are they just going to be essentially the same thing, just with like a separate battle pass, essentially, like event battle pass? Or I don't know. The narrative component is kind of intriguing. Like, we'll see what that is. But of course, new battle pass customization stuff. It says free armor core. I don't know if that means free to you if you own the battle pass, which is then not free, or just free to everyone, which would be nice. Free to everyone.
It might be a free battle like core, but most of the armor components you can
Are
get
in the
are
battle pass.
in
Yeah.
the battle pass.
Yeah, that's kind of what I figure, and I imagine new um cosmetics in the store and stuff like that. I don't know. What
Mhm.
do you think of like any of the new armor that you've seen in some of these
Honestly,
images?
it hasn't been. I haven't looked at them close enough to
Yeah.
really care, and
Yeah,
I
it
haven't been
looks
watching
okay.
the Halo
There's
show.
nothing that I've been
I've
like,
been very disappointed in Halo lately.
yeah. There's nothing in those images where I'm like, oh, that looks like such cool armor, or like, oh, they're bringing that helmet back, or anything like that. Like honestly, the like the narrative events picture, which is kind of like the season 2 like image that they've been showing a lot, with the 3 Spartans standing there.
Mm-hmm.
Um, a couple of those like just look like marine armor to me, essentially. Which is
Yeah.
where like a little more like the color first of all, and then just a little more fabric to it, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and less like just solid like metal, like normal Spartan armor. So that I sort of don't like, but I don't know. I'm not really sure what they're going for. I'm curious to see what the new armor core will be though.
Yeah.
So is
Do
it
you think they'll bring back an old
a
one
marine
or?
armor core, or it doesn't look like it, like with like I don't recognize any of this armor, so I'm assuming it's just going to be a new
Yeah.
armor core. Or is it, I don't know, lone wolves? I'm trying to like think themed here. Of course they go from
Reach.
like Heroes of Reach to Lone Wolves. I was like, come on, man! Like,
Mm.
what a cop out, right? You're just going off of the Reach campaign, right?
Yeah.
It just you got Noble Team, and then you end with a Lone Wolf. So maybe it's another Spartan 3 style armor core that like some of the Spartan 3s that worked alone more. Maybe it's like
That's
that
fair.
kind, or I don't know. But yeah, like there's plenty of, I guess we want to see new armor cores too. But like, you know, they have the Mark 7 right now and the Mark 5 like B variant, right? Is
Mm-hmm.
the Mark 7 is like the normal one. The Mark 5B is the one that came out, or like the Battle Pass one from the first season, right? Um, there's Mark 4 armor core that you can do, which maybe, I don't know, wouldn't have as much stuff, but I don't know, they could do it. There's Mark 6 armor core, you
Yeah.
know,
I could see them putting out either Mark 6
a
or a
Mark
Mark
6,
8.
and it could be a lot of like Halo 2 and 3
Mm-hmm.
armor, right?
Which would
So
be nice
yeah,
because that's the classic armors.
yeah, there's a lot of fan favorites there.
Yeah.
So, um, yeah, I don't know. And yeah, anyway, so, but we'll see. Like, I usually like a lot of Halo armor, so
Mm-hmm.
it's good to see new stuff there too, actually. Whereas like the first season, it was cool to see a lot of the Reach armor, but like they really didn't design a whole lot of new armor for
No.
Halo Infinite, right? They just kind of like reskinned a lot of the stuff. So it is good to see new stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, anyway, got the new Fracture event too, and co-op campaign, which they figure August,
Yeah. Late August.
which is like right at the end of the season, like near the end of the season. Hey, because
Yeah.
like
Like
starts in May,
2/3 of the way
and
through the
then
season.
it says season 3 is
November.
November. So
Yeah.
if it does come out in August and doesn't get pushed back again, like
And they're saying
August,
Forge
September,
in
October,
September.
right? Yeah,
Open
it's gonna
beta
get pushed back
for
again.
Forge.
I don't see it.
Honestly,
We're not seeing Forge until like halfway through season 3, if we're lucky.
honestly, like if they could have done so well if they had like put out Forge and stuff. Part of the problem that Halo has, no maps. You have Forge, and then you just let the community make the
People
maps.
make new maps for you. Yeah.
And you just promote them.
Yeah. Or, I mean, you could have done like every Halo game before you and just like reskinned a bunch of old maps, right? Like,
oh, totally.
You know how many like Halo 5 maps you go back and check? Like, there's a few there you're playing on. You never even like, or I never realized it was just like a Halo 2 map or something like that, right? Like, how, like, go through the games and how many Halo maps ever are there actually? Like, there's probably less than you think because there's a lot that just like show up.
Bring
repeatedly.
back the classic Zanzibar.
Yeah. And the great thing, honestly,
because like we haven't seen
last
that
resort.
map.
That's last resort. Last in Halo resort. 3, right?
Yeah.
Zanzibar was the Halo 2 name. Yeah, I don't know. It's like I didn't play enough of the Halo 2 multiplayer, but yeah,
I couldn't think of the Halo 3 name for it. I was just like, I know it's Zanzibar.
With the windmill, right?
Yeah.
Awesome map. Like, why?
Yeah. Bring that back.
How have you never tried to do a windmill again in a Halo map other than that?
So many of us died because of that thing. Because we were like, oh, we could get to the top of it.
It's the dumbest, like, I don't know. It's not even like that threatening or like dangerous of an obstacle. Like, it's pretty easy to get through. It's not moving that fast, but plenty of people, I don't know, it's just way too tempting.
Yep.
It's there and you're like, I gotta drive my warthog through this fucking windmill, and then you fuck it up and you get stuck in there and someone kills you or the windmill runs you over or whatever, or like you go in there and you use the windmill to like get on top, and I don't know, like that was, what a great map. The windmill just like taunted you. You're like, I could go through the game and like never go near that windmill, and I shouldn't because like it's just a death trap, but something just makes you go for the style points,
you
man.
Want
I gotta
exactly. Those style points.
And then the great thing about like old Halo maps is they all work. Like they're
they were well designed.
Very well for whatever symmetry and size and whatever. Like they're good to go.
Very, very like common like 3-lane maps that like
a lot of them
widely used,
especially Halo 5 and I think Halo 2. A lot of the maps were like 3-lane, like you said. And very like
Halo 2 also added a lot of verticality, and then Halo 3 like I think really mastered that. Like between Halo 3 and Reach, like that vertical amount they did really well with.
Reach's like verticality was even better because of the jetpack, and that was an awesome thing. No doubt. So yeah, I don't know. As far as like Halo Infinite maps have gone, I kind of don't like they're not as symmetrical, I find. Or like they will appear to be, but there's like very plain advantages on like one side versus the other side. So like that one big team battle map, for example, where it's like, I don't know the names of like any of the Halo Infinite maps, but the one where you have like it has the like helipad in the back, and it's just like a cliffside. You know what I'm talking about? And there's kind of like a wall in the middle of it.
Yeah,
I find that one, like, one team pretty much always has the advantage over the other. It's very hard to like get to like attack one team's base much harder than it is to attack the other team's base, because like the one team's base kind of has higher ground and is a little more like just has better line of sight or something like that. I don't know. So like I didn't like that. Whereas Yeah, there's a lot of like Halo 2 maps, and like I played a lot of Halo 5. I actually really liked a lot of the Halo 5 maps because they were, yeah, for the most part, like symmetrical. Like everyone started kind of in a same area,
Mm-hmm.
and um, yeah, I don't know. That was
It
so I
was a
like
lot
that.
better
Yeah,
at that point.
yeah. So yeah, I don't know. Well, if you're looking for maps, just again reskin
Old,
old Halo
yeah.
map. Watch like one of these actually just be that.
Oh,
Like one of
probably.
these new maps, they just like it's
Yeah, either
probably not the big team battle one, but maybe like Catalyst or
Catalyst.
whatever. Yeah,
Yeah.
watch it just be an old Halo map, and it took them 6 months to do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's interesting. They have like the network co-op campaign, so like online, I guess, right? And then TBD, they have like split screen uh co-op campaign.
Mm-hmm.
So that's awesome that uh if they can get split screen, cuz Halo 5 didn't have that, and that was really disappointing. I think they're being um they're kind of like jumping the gun, and I don't think we'll actually see split screen this season. But
Mm.
or which like they haven't said for sure a date yet anyway. But and
Well, they
then
have it listed under the season 3 kind of area.
yeah, like they have like Forge first,
Yeah.
and then potentially get some split screen. But um hopefully, like, yeah, if you do split screen co-op campaign, hopefully you'll be able to do other split screen stuff together. Um Weapon drills would
That
be
would be sweet.
interesting, like a competitive weapon drill.
Yeah.
Or a competitive and a cooperative style weapon drill. I think both of those, I don't think it would be like too much to
No.
prepare. Um what's the like bot like arena? Have that split screen,
Yeah. That
two
would
people
be
against a bunch of
great.
bots or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Even just the training, what do they call, is it just the training or whatever, right? Like the um custom game. Oh yeah, no, it's just custom game against like bots, right?
Yeah.
That you can do that like we've done before, right? Have that like split screen. Oh yeah, no, there is like training's a thing, but that's like solo.
Mm-hmm.
It's like offline, just solo, which is weird because like I can just load into a custom game solo, but
Yeah.
um it's just like designed to try guns and stuff. Anyway, and then, eventually 5 years from now, maybe we'll get to see Firefight, and that
Yeah,
would
I
be
was
really
just about
good
to say
co-op.
firefight would be a
Yeah,
wonderful thing to see,
yeah,
but that's not even on the roadmap. So
no, that's the thing that I think 343 has had a tough time understanding is, I know me for sure, and I think there's a lot of other Halo fans out there that love co-op stuff. Like, okay, Halo like multiplayer is always going to be just it's bread and butter, right?
mm-hmm.
um the competitive stuff, but like as the Halo games have gone on, like the introduction of Firefight was huge. Like I people love Firefight.
Yeah.
Halo ODST and then Halo Reach had it, and it was awesome. People loved it. Halo Reach introduced like matchmaking Firefight,
Mm-hmm.
which was a big improvement. That was awesome. You could just like play Firefight with random people rather
Yeah.
than like having to have um at least one friend or like three other friends to play Firefight, right? Otherwise you're just doing it by yourself. And then after Halo Reach, 343 takes over and immediately gets rid of Firefight. Doesn't do it in Halo 4. Um Halo 4 didn't have like any kind of
No.
really co-op. Oh, Spartan Ops.
Yeah, they
which
had
I actually like
Spartan Ops.
Spartan Ops. That was very cool. That was like close enough to Firefight that
Yeah.
at least it was a cooperative mode.
Yeah.
So I could play Spartan Ops, which was awesome. But I think again, you couldn't matchmake Spartan Ops originally. I think you maybe can now in the Master Chief Collection, but I think in Halo 4,
I don't even know if you can.
yeah, you might not be able to. So yeah, anyway, like Spartan Ops was cool. And then Halo 5, again, released with no, at least it had co-op campaign, but didn't have split screen and didn't really have any kind of other cooperative mode outside of the campaign, right?
Mm-hmm.
Halo 5 was very like multiplayer oriented, but eventually came out with, and this was like late into Halo 5's life. Like,
Yeah.
I think it had been out for
Like,
at least a year or possibly
I think
like,
it was 2.
yeah, it might have been like 2 years. They released Warzone Firefight because they had the Warzone game mode that came out, which again was kind of like sort of like Firefight, but was more a PvP kind of with like firefight elements.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't mind Warzone was good, but I liked Warzone Firefight more.
Oh, totally.
But I would have also just liked regular Firefight. I would have liked both. Warzone Firefight was cool, but I also want the option to play just regular Firefight.
Yeah.
Anyway, so in conclusion, we haven't had Firefight since Halo Reach, which was the last Bungie game that they did. And 343 hasn't, or like true, like Firefight as it originally was, right? So 343 Industries, outside of like adding stuff to Firefight in the Master Chief Collection, hasn't even really attempted to like do Firefight the way it had already been done.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, it's like they're trying to be like too original, like they got to take these ideas and like make it as their own, but Bungie had a good thing going. Of course, make new campaigns and add new stuff to the multiplayers and whatever, but don't be afraid to take like all this good stuff that Bungie handed you and just like run with it, right?
Oh, totally.
Forge and Firefight and whatever, like I don't know, you got a working formula and they kind of just started like fucking with stuff in it, like right from Halo 4, right? So
Yeah.
I don't know, it's weird.
Grinds my gears.
Yeah, fuck. If you haven't gotten the idea yet, we've been kind of disappointed with Halo, but
This is the like third Halo rant
this is
episode.
easily. We had like one or two before Infinite even came out.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. We were complaining about Halo 5 at one point. But yeah, anyway, so that's what's coming. I think final thoughts on that is like I'm very hopeful. I still want Halo Infinite to do good. I think I have an abusive relationship with Halo 5.
Okay.
Like I know I should leave it, but I keep coming back and giving it like more opportunities to hurt myself. I'm just like too loyal to Halo. I'm like, no, like Halo can change.
Yeah.
I can change him. I know he loves me. He just like has doesn't know how to show it properly.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, I'm like, I wanted to do good, and I'm still pretty loyal to Halo, but it's been rough.
It's been a rough couple 6 months.
Yeah, Halo, you've been like, I've been having to tell people that I fell down the stairs a few times because you've been hurting me, and it's shown. it's been visible. I've had to come up with excuses for you.
Jeez.
Curtis, why are you so angry today? COD pissed me off.
Yeah.
Really? Was it COD or
was it COD?
was it Halo?
It was Halo. We all know you don't. You don't play COD.
Anyway, how are we for time?
I think we're about there for today.
Yeah, ended on
Ended on
a dark
on a dark note. All right.
I like
See ya.
it.